How good was that? How utterly good was that? I mean, here was me before the game and in the lead up to this game. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, expecting us to win, but thinking that today was going to be really tough and Spurs were probably going to turn up today and make it difficult. We didn't let them. We didn't let them. Absolutely superb Liverpool performance. If there was ever a statement win this season or a statement around this time of year in around halfway through the season, that was it tonight. Chelsea dropped points and Liverpool do that. And look, I'm not even saying Chelsea are main title contenders. I still believe Arsenal are, but that was unbelievable from Liverpool. From 1 to 11 today, and the subs, absolutely fantastic. Nobody had a bad game today. We were absolutely brilliant. From minute one, took that game to Spurs, absolutely dominated, and genuinely 6-3 flattered Spurs today. I said over on TikTok that if we had scored 10 goals today, it would have been deserved, and that's literally a fact. I mean, we'll take the 6-3, but that could have been so much worse for Spurs. Yeah, granted, a couple of poor goals conceded. Defensively, a couple of moments we could have done better in. Obviously, McAllister, unfortunate to give the ball away. I thought it was a poor pass that he received anyway in the first place. I think we got a bit too comfortable at that stage of the game, and the 2 goals second half were definitely avoidable, especially that third goal. Second goal was a little bit unlucky. That third goal we should be stopping. But the performance was excellent, and I felt like there was never a time in that game where we didn't look like winning, and winning convincingly. I'm absolutely buzzing. I am absolutely buzzing because Liverpool needed to win today, and we put it beyond absolute doubt. We are the massive favourites to win this league, and I genuinely do believe from now that we will win the league. I don't want to shout it from the mountaintops or something like that. I don't want to do that just yet because we have to stay humble to some degree, but this Liverpool team is so good. I absolutely love every player on this Liverpool team. I absolutely adore Arne Slot, and what we have done so far this season is absolutely incredible. I could not be prouder. That could not be a better early Christmas present to get. I'm so happy, man. I am so happy. To a man today. Unreal. Anyway, let's get into today's player ratings. I'm thinking they might be quite high. Goalkeeper, the best in the world, Alisson Becker. He conceded 3 goals, but he didn't have much to do. Let's be real. I mean, he couldn't do anything for any of the 3 goals. 3 good goals from Spurs in terms of the finish anyway. I mean, you have Maddison for the first goal, which Ali, couldn't do anything about. Kulusevski with a great volley for the second, and the third close range as well from Solanke. He couldn't do anything about them. Made a great save from Brennan Johnson late on when it was 6-3. I think, it was 6-3. So obviously not to make it 4 goals conceded. Wouldn't have wanted to, especially after we went 6-3 up, to see us concede another goal. But he didn't have that much to do. Anything he had to do, as always, Alisson Becker did very, very well. I'm going to say 7 out of 10. Trent Alexander-Arnold onto the back 4 at right back. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. He's just ridiculous. I genuinely think he's the best attacking right back ever. That shouldn't be a controversial thing to say because he's definitely the most technically gifted right back ever. What he can do with that right foot, even his weak foot is good, but what he can do with that right foot is absolutely unbelievable. When Liverpool were so dominant in that game, but it was still 0-0, just out of nowhere, from a standing position, puts in that whipping cross into Diaz, and it was a good header from Diaz, but it was made so easy by Trent's cross. He's just unbelievable. Created chances for Liverpool all throughout that game. Defensively, whatever he had to do, I felt was good too. Played a big part in the third goal as well. An absolutely savage Trent Alexander-Arnold performance. And look, if there was any game to say, well, we really hope he signs that contract, then, that game today couldn't be any more of a reason for us to say, please, Trent, please sign that contract, because I can't imagine watching Trent do that for anybody else. He is genuinely a star, and we've always known that, but he's only going to get better and better. 9. On to the centre-backs. First up, Joe Gomez. Assured, composed, very good on the ball, some very good passing, did very well defending the likes of Son and Solanke. Very, very good performance. And Joe Gomez gets really underrated, and it's harsh. Obviously, he is playing second fiddle to Ibrahima Konate, who is, for me, one of the best centre-halves in the world. Certainly one of the best in the league. And sometimes Gomez gets undervalued. Gomez is a really good centre-back, and performances like he's shown today and during the week and since he's came back to the Liverpool team are what we're used to with Joe Gomez. He had that bad patch after the injury, which is understandable, but we are seeing the best of Joe Gomez again. And today he showed that. Very good, solid defensive performance. 8 out of 10. Van Dijk, honestly, today, not as good as Joe Gomez. Good performance, don't get me wrong. I mean, look, for large parts of that game, we had absolutely no defending to do. We were so dominant in possession, and, Spurs, I think the more the game went on, were becoming deeper due to the fact that they didn't want us to score any more goals. They wanted the bleeding to stop at some stage. But I think he could have done a little bit better for the third goal. I don't think he was expecting Robertson to miss the header. So maybe, you could say it's understandable. But look, apart from that, he was pretty solid. We conceded 3 goals today. Second half, a couple of times down the middle, even out wide. A couple of times I felt we could have done better. But look, there is an element of, you're going to fall further and further into your comfort zone, especially defensively, when you're absolutely cruising through a game. And I can understand that. I mean, that's just human nature. We shouldn't have conceded 3 goals today. There were 3 kind of, out of nowhere moments from Spurs. But Van Dijk was good. Could have done better in a couple of moments, but not bad. 7. Andy Robertson, very good, and he needed that performance today. I was questioning him starting today after that performance against Fulham last weekend, but he proved us wrong. Very, very good. Defensively, very, very good. Going forward, very good. His deliveries at times were not perfect, but they were okay. I thought he did very well up against Kulusevski. He made a fantastic tackle to win the ball back for Liverpool in the build-up to that, what was a very important 4th goal. Yes, for the 3rd goal, for the 3rd Spurs goal, maybe he could have done better. He did miss the header, and ultimately Spurs scored as a result of that. Whether you would say that's more on Van Dijk or more on Robertson, I don't know. But I felt maybe he could have done a little bit better with that. But apart from that, for the reasons I mentioned, a really good Robertson performance today, and we needed that from Robbo today. And let's hope, long may it continue. Andy Robertson will get an 8. Ryan Gravenberch, as always, very good. Just a standard, classy Ryan Gravenberch performance. Strong in the tackle, strong with his passing, strong in possession. First half, I thought he was incredibly effective, as he has been for the entirety of the season thus far. Second half, he was a bit quieter. The job pretty much was done by then, especially once Liverpool got the 4th goal. But still solid, good defensively. Ryan Gravenberch, a standard, I will emphasise again, because he has been so ridiculously good this season. 8 out of 10. Alexis McAllister, another good performance. I mean, I said before I got into these player ratings, nobody was bad today, and nobody was. Everybody was either good or very good or absolutely excellent. Does well, obviously, takes his goal well. He should do better, let's be real. For Maddison's goal, he gave the ball away poorly. The pass wasn't great to him. It was a bit of what we call a hospital pass, which, there was other options that were there available. It was passed to McAllister, and he had a couple of players around him. He was going to be under pressure straight away from when he received that pass. So I wouldn't put that goal all on him, even though I think Alexis McAllister should do better. But apart from that, a really good performance in midfield. Good with the ball, good going forward. Obviously, as I mentioned, took his goal well. Solid. Absolutely delighted. What a player. Just like Ryan Gravenberg. Lex McAllister gets an 8 as well out of 10. Dominik Szoboszlai, his best performance in a Liverpool shirt. Hands down. Unbelievable. And we have known since the first second Dominik Szoboszlai signed for Liverpool, since he stepped foot on the Anfield turf, how good Dominik Szoboszlai is. And he has been showing it these last number of weeks. When Liverpool have had massive games, Dominik Szoboszlai has stepped up and been one of the best players on the pitch consistently. And that continued today. Absolutely superb in everything he did. You can't knock him for one thing today. And I love Szoboszlai. As I said, the amount of ability that he has, we all know. But we're seeing that lately. And I genuinely believe right now, the last month or two, is the best period we have seen of Dominik Szoboszlai in a Liverpool shirt. I mean, today, obviously, got his goal, which was a huge goal just on the stroke of half-time. He caused confusion, obviously, for the second goal, in which prompted that Liverpool attack. He had a hand in the fourth and the fifth. An unbelievable performance. Dominik Szoboszlai gets a 10 out of 10. On to the front three. Mohamed Salah. I mean, what can you say? He's the first... I think the first Premier League player in history to have double digits in goals and assists before Christmas. Something like that. The stat I seen after he got his first goal, which is, or assist, which is just absolutely ridiculous. He's the best player in the league. He's the best player in Europe. He's the best player in the world. I absolutely adore him. He is a Liverpool legend, and I reckon that contract is going to get done soon, but it's going to be a beautiful day when it does. He's got 15 goals already this season. We're not even at Christmas. We are seeing prime Salah yet again. I mean, Salah's always great, but we're seeing prime Mohamed Salah yet again, like 17, 18 Salah. And it's just beautiful to witness 2 goals, 2 assists today. What can you say? It's another 10 for Mohamed Salah. Luis Diaz, excellent. Absolutely excellent as well. Like so many of these players today. Obviously, got the opener, got into a good position and a good header that he put past Fraser Forster. A beautiful finish for the 6th. And that 6th was an important goal at that stage because, like, even us watching it, I can imagine what the players felt like. How the hell is this all of a sudden 5-3? And that was an important finish. And that was a finish that was not easy. And we need to see Luis Diaz taking more of those chances. So it was beautiful to see him finish it. He has been a lot better in front of goal this season. His performances over the last kind of month or so haven't been to that standard that we've seen earlier on the season. So today, like Robertson earlier on, was much needed. He was absolutely fantastic. 2 goals. He got man of the match on Sky. I think he was excellent, but I'm going to say 9 out of 10. Cody Gakpo, another solid performance, played an important part in what was the 4th goal. He got booked like a few Liverpool players did today. It was strange, I felt, how the referee, Barrett, Sam Barrett? Yeah, something like that anyway. But I think it was. But he seemed to be very free in giving Liverpool yellow cards and not to Spurs players for a lot of the time the same thing. But yeah, no, good performance from Gakpo. He definitely wasn't at the same level or standard as the other attackers today, but he was a threat all game for Spurs, as he always is. He was good with the ball at his feet, created some good openings and opportunities. I'm going to say Cody Gakpo, 7.5 out of 10. On to the subs. Diogo Jota came on, played a huge part in the 6th goal. The 6th goal, in obviously where he had the ball down the left-hand side, played a good pass into the middle. It was Szoboszlai, then Salah, and Salah, with then to Diaz, who finished beautifully. Was lively, looked good. He's looking fitter every game. Let's hope he can start the next game at home at Anfield against Leicester on the 26th on St. Stephen's Day or Boxing Day, wherever you're from. And yeah, a decent impact off the bench. And as I said, played a big part in the goal that just put the cherry on the cake at the end. 7 for Diogo Jota. Curtis Jones, solid in midfield, good showing, held on to the ball well, was good in possession, strong in possession. I don't think he gave the ball away once at all. Another good performance. He continues to look good week in, week out. Curtis Jones, I'm going to say 7 as well. Darwin Núñez, he came into the game very late. He had one opportunity, which was a counter-attack from Liverpool, in which he was a little bit indecisive in. Ended up getting a corner from it, but yeah, apart from that, he played a few minutes. I'll say 6. And finally, Harvey Elliott, same as Darwin Núñez, got a couple of touches, looked decent, had a couple of runs down the right-hand side, and look, I mean, fine. Completely fine. Thankfully, our subs today didn't have to put in as big a shift as they have in more recent or past games because Liverpool were so comfortable. Harvey Elliott 6. And the manager, Arne Slot. The team I posted yesterday, there was one difference. Sorry, there was 2 differences. I said Tsimikas at left back. Obviously, Slot went for Robbo at left back. And I had Jota starting and Diaz on the bench. But, I mean, Robbo, brilliant today. Diaz, absolutely superb today. Arne Slot, he just gets very to literally nothing wrong. Absolutely fantastic in his team selection today. Obviously, as I mentioned, the subs as well. He didn't have to overthink with them because of how comfortable and how good Liverpool were in the game up to that point. The lead that we had when he made his first sub, I think on the 68th or so minute. But yeah, excellent. And look, you just can't doubt. You just can't doubt this man. Tactically superb. On the sideline, reading a game, superb. And right now, he's the best manager in this league. It's as simple as that. I love his beautiful, bald Dutch head. Arne Slot, 10 out of 10. There is my Liverpool player ratings and full match reaction for today's 6-3 win over Spurs in the Premier League. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic Christmas. Enjoy the time with your families. Enjoy the celebrations. I'm going to have an excellent one. And I think all of us Liverpool fans will, sitting pretty at the top of the league by 4 points with a game in hand. Next up is Leicester at home. Let's hope we can score another 6 in that game. But regardless, if you've enjoyed the video, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Up the Reds. We are going to win this league. See you in the next one.